Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Contemplation brought to you by Spotlight Recovery. It is February 24th, and today we're going to be reading again out of the NA Just for Today book. I'm feeling just for today right now. I'm in a NA mood, so to speak, so I'm liking what this book's putting out. So I'll put it up on the screen here. Please feel free to read along, and let's get into it. So, February 24th, a new influence. Personality change was what we really needed. Change from self-destructive patterns of life became necessary. From the NA Basic Text, page 15. In early life, most of us were capable of joy and wonder, of giving and receiving unconditional love. When we started using, we introduced an influence into our lives that slowly drove us away from those things. The further we were pushed down the path of addiction, the further we withdrew from joy, wonder, and love. That journey was not taken overnight, but however long it took, we arrived at the doors of NA with more than just a drug problem. The influence of addiction has warped our whole pattern of living beyond recognition. The 12 steps work miracles, it's true, but not many of them are worked overnight. Our disease slowly influenced our spiritual development for the worse. Recovery introduces a new influence to our lives, a source of fellowship and spiritual strength, slowly impelling us into new, healthy patterns of living. This change, of course, doesn't just happen, but if we cooperate with the new influence NA has brought into our lives, over time we will experience the personality change we call recovery. The 12 steps provide us with a program for the kind of cooperation required to restore joy, wonder, and love to our lives. Just for today, I will cooperate with the new influence of fellowship and spiritual strength NA has introduced to my life. I will work the next step in my program. Oh man, yeah, that is a great reading. Some of the language it can be like a little. It depends on the mood you're in. I'm in the mood where I can feel like some of it may be a little soft, a little I don't know, a little dramatic, joy, wonder, and love. It's some days I'd be gobbling that up. Other days I'm like, yeah, okay, which would be today. But it's also not wrong. It's not. What do I have on this? I think just that opening line kind of sets the tone for it, and that's what really stood out for me the most. The personality change was what we really needed. Change from self-destructive patterns of life became necessary. When I came into recovery, I thought it was I'm like, okay, just teach me, give me the skill, teach me how to use like a normal person. That was it. I wasn't coming in to quit. I was coming in to learn how to use normally. I'm like, okay, a lot of people apparently, and especially in Canada, it's so normalized here. A lot of people will work a full day and then go home and have a beer or a glass of wine after work, or then come home and smoke a joint. How do I be that? Okay, how do I be those people? What they've got something figured out that I don't. What do they do? Or what's the magic pill? That's the irony of that. What's the right medication that I need instead of self-medicating? But really, so then I can just continue to self-medicate just moderately, like a normal person, so no one's going to give me shit, and it's not totally out of control, like other people do. How do I do that? I did not think I was coming in for a total overhaul on my personality. And, or not personality, but of so many of my characteristics, and my behaviors and my thought patterns. I wasn't expecting a full tune-up on all that shit. That was a lot more than I originally signed up for. But it was true. That was what I needed. That was what I really needed. Oh, come on. Don't run away from me. I was going there. Let's go, brain. We got this. Of course it goes. Of course it goes. What else is popping out for me this? I want to try to keep it rolling now. Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me. I just remember that being that initial shock. and then not realizing that that was how much it was going to take and how much work I had to do. And then I also very quickly learned that was the work I was going to have to do if I wanted to build a life in recovery. I guess that was the first, was realizing and learning that I could never be one of those people that use normally the after work weekend people. That's never going to be me. My brain does not work like that. So after understanding and then having to accept that, is then having to accept, in order for that not to happen and for me to never use again, I have to do a shitload of work on myself. Like a lot. So much work on the inner workings of my mind and my heart and how I feel. All of this. It was just so much. And that was really what I needed. And, you know, if you used like I did, which was all day, every day, then we need to do whatever it takes to never do that again. I can't afford to relapse. I can't. I do again, I'm dead. I use, I'm dead. And even on top of that fact, I now don't want to. And I don't want to, and I want to live a better life, and I want to live a happier life in recovery. So therefore, if I want those things and I can't risk use, I have to do all this work on myself. I have to do all this work on myself. And I was poking fun at it before, and I still will, but it is also true. Just talking about those like early stages, you know, I'm assuming a lot more like when we're children, when we're younger, just having those feelings of unconditional love and being a lot more happy, joyous, and free, so to speak. That can be a more natural state for a lot of people. And then, yeah, either through trauma, hard life experience, or the introduction of drugs or whatever your addiction was, that just gets more and more removed as the addiction comes more and more in. It literally pushes all those things out to be making more room for itself, this disease, right? So that is one of the things that I have loved. Oh, there we go. We found it. Woo! See? Worth the wait, people. Worth sticking around. That through, well, so that's what I found, is that through doing all of this inner working that I originally didn't sign up for and realized I really needed to do to not die, I was able to then get back in touch with all of these old feelings and behaviors that were there, with more of that childlike idealism. That's actually become one of my most favorite things in recovery. Like, I am such a big kid. Like, it, you know, like you've seen, hello, like I'm sitting here with videos with a Star Wars toy. Like, hello, big kid, right? So that's always been there. You know, so much society wouldn't make space for it. I do the pity party, wah. Then I put on the facade of who I think you want me to be instead of being my true self. I do all this inner working. I'm starting to build more confidence and courage because I know who I am. I'm accepting who I am. And I now have a support system of people who accept me for who I am. So I'm able to be getting more happy, joyous, and free by getting in touch with some of this old childlike idealism that was lost. That was lost through addiction. That was lost through life experience and self-sabotage and burying and all of that shit. It just, that's what's been such a beautiful and freeing and enjoyable experience for me in this. It's so funny. We come into recovery thinking we're just going to learn how to slow down or quit or moderate. And boy, are we wrong. It is so much more than that. It is so much more than that. And for me, this has been the end. It's the end current result, because I'm planning on being sober and hopefully living a bunch longer and continuing to do all of this work down the path. And so that's where I'm at now with this, is getting more in touch with that, being able to really feel these things again, express them more comfortably as my true self and who I am. And if you like it or not, okay, no problem. It doesn't really matter. That's for you. I love it for me, and it feels great, and that's it. And I'm able to do that. And when I'm able to do that and express and be my true, genuine, free self out in the world, what do I need drugs for? What do I need to get loaded for? What do I need to mask and bury and numb and cope with. No. Doing this work gives me so much of that freedom and these feelings, so I don't need to be reaching out to use anymore. And I really hope that's the same for you. I really do. And if not, keep coming back, keep doing this work, keep being engaged in the channel and watching these videos. And I really hope and have a lot of confidence and faith that you'll be able to find it. I have, so have countless others. Why can't you? Why can't you? And if you're sitting there wondering and thinking you can't and you're stuck and you're worried, then reach out to me, lucas@spotlightrecovery.com. I do recovery coaching with folks. I'd be happy to talk to you to see if there's a way that I can help you with this on your journey. Okay? And please check out the video description for all the other resources we have. I started posting these readings themselves as a picture, so you can save them to your phone, check them out, whatever. That's in the description, as well as our other recovery coaching videos, podcast network. Check all that out. If you like this resource, you feel this is helping, please do all the YouTube things, subscribing, sharing, and liking, and consider donating, becoming a member of the channel, getting some merch. All of that really helps support us a lot so we can keep doing this to help others. As I say, that's the whole point. And comment. Please comment down in the section below what stands out for you in this reflection. What came up for you? What do you like, not like? Anything. Share it. Put that down. We'd love to read it and hear it, and that share could help somebody else too. Okay? So thank you for watching and joining us. I hope you have another blessed 24, another beautiful day of sobriety, and we'll see you again tomorrow.